gonna work. There we are. That's not right. Okay. Hi guys, having a little few issues again with technology. Who continues to hate my guts, but that's okay. I'm Johnita Francis. I'm your host of the Warrior Chronicles. Thank you for tuning in this morning, wherever you may be. At a different location today, trying to get through my issues that I've been having with Facebook, not recognizing my technology, and lo and behold, it doesn't work at the new location either, on a wholly different computer. So this is really bizarre. Good morning, ladies. Thanks for joining us. So you may notice that I have my 0055 sex worker voice on. It's actually because I'm purging in a big way. So purging happens in a multitude of different ways, depends on who you are and all that sort of stuff. But for me personally, purging is a face full of mucus at the moment. So Pisces moon, full moon recently. I'm a natal Pisces moon, and then I'm an Aries rising, and we're in an Aries moon right now. So there's lots of transformational shifts. So this is not as head cold in a normal sense. It's a metaphysical illness. So release all the things that no longer serve me, and then transformational change will come through. So I'm just having a battle of the wills at the moment over who's going to win, and transformational change always wins, but you just feel like you're going to die first in the process. So this is me having man flu. Right, let's get started. Janelle would like some guidance. Now, what we're doing today is keeping in line with the Pisces full moon that we had recently, in the Aries moon, because the moon changes cycle every 2.5 is almost 3 days, because of how quick she moves around. So she being the mother moon, Madre Luna, so that's we will concentrate on transformations and what transformations looks like. Okay, so that's what today's topic's all about. For me, it's a physical transformation, which makes me look very tired and very worn out and not with it at all. But you know what, life goes on, so we'll just suck it up and get on with it. So Janelle is the first cab, and she would like some guidance. I'm going to use 3 different decks today. Because I can, my prerogative to do that, so we'll go. Okay, so Janelle's been reminded at the moment to take some time out for herself and to relax, allow the flow of things. Is this for me or is this for Janelle? And then also to be able to just release anything that's no longer serving you. So the transformational thing for you at the moment is healing as well. So you're going through a healing phase of your life, and once you start to settle through that, so you start getting into the Taurus moon, okay, you get a bit stubborn about where you want to go, which is towards the end of this week, and how that's going to look, and then you'll be able to forge forward pretty quickly. So that was for you, Janelle. Good morning, everybody. If you've just joined in, I apologize for my voice. I'm transforming at the moment. So let's have a look. Who else have we got? So Kerry Murphy, I'm going to swap over decks for Kerry Murphy. These are my Santa Muerte, which is the Day of the Dead deck. Okay. One might say, oh, look at that. One might say that the Day of the Dead is how I'm feeling right now, in this precise moment of my life. I'm feeling dead. I slept for 12 hours last night. I still think I can sleep another 12. All right, Kerry Murphy, you have got seeing the forest for the trees, seeing things for what they are. Okay, so this is for Kerry Murphy, and this is all about being able to recognize what's going on in your life, being able to see clearly what's happening. I know it's really hard when we're in the thick of the forest, okay, and every time we turn around it's just an overload of information, overload of senses and things like that. But it's a reminder for you to just take some time out, step back a little bit, work out what it is that you want to do and how you're going to move forward with that. This is a spiritual transformation for you, okay? So this is about you learning how to put your boundaries in place on a spiritual level, okay, Kerry, and how that's going to look moving forward for you. So this is a really cool card. So you've got a little bit of a, they're showing me a bit of a hill, so you're not quite at the top of the hill yet where you can recognize what's going on around you, but being able to see the forest for the trees. So don't get too caught in the emotional stuff, okay? Look at it from a logical point of view. I know when I talk about spiritual stuff, I'm always saying use your spirit brain, don't use your logical brain. But when we're facing with decisions, we have to really think about our logical brain and how that's going to look. Okay, so we've got Margaret would like to go next. What are we going to do for Margaret? We might stay with the Day of the Dead. They're going to be reminded that I need to be brave and work through my sinus infections. Okay, so this one's for Margaret Wood. Oh, you've given me little dragonflies, you darling. I had dragonflies on my earrings the other day. Okay, so this is all about me, myself, and I. Okay, Margaret. So this is for Margaret Wood. This is the time for you to be a little bit selfish in what you want and how you want to move forward, okay? What that looks like for you is a sunny disposition, a happier outlook on life, okay? Bringing the sunshine back into your life, getting the warmth on your face, coming out of the shadows, coming out of the where you were, maybe not such a good environment, or maybe it's a work environment or a home environment. There's something going on there, and it says right now that it's okay for you to be a bit selfish in what you want and a bit selfish in your time and how you want that time to look, okay? It's a nice card. Okay, you're also internalizing a lot of things at the moment too, okay, Margaret? So when you internalize things, it can actually fatigue you. Look at this. I see how I'm adjusting everything. I'm feeling like I'm suffocating. So whatever it is that you're facing at the moment, Margaret, you've got too much on your plate, okay? So just start being a little bit selfish and bringing it back into what you want to achieve in your life that's right for you right now, okay? In hindsight, we look back and go, God, that was a bloody stupid idea. Doesn't matter, because we based our decisions based on the information that we have right now. So we're not going to go wrong when we do that. Okay, that was for Margaret Wood. Wendy Harmer. Who are we going? We're going to go back to life purpose for Wendy. Okay, so these are my life purpose cards. I want to have a look at what Wendy's going on. Oh, Wendy likes to have her fingers in lots of pies. And that's indicative of all the cards that just jumped out. Okay. So let's have a look at this for Wendy Harmer. You've got a decision coming up, okay? You need to make the decision based on your heart and what you want to do. So what you're feeling in your heart is the best way forward, okay? Don't make a logical decision. When you make, I flipped again. So confusing. When you make a heart decision, it's got to be a passion thing for you, okay? So when you decide that you want to move forward, it's a passion. Justice will be served. So whatever's going on, if that's somebody that is making life a little bit difficult for you, or perhaps a situation that makes you feel like you're a little bit out of control, or give you the perception that you're not in control of the outcomes, justice will be served, okay? So the fairness and inequality and how things will be dealt with will actually be more fair, okay, going forward. It's a time for you to really learn how to speak your mind. So I've got school and speaker, okay? So it's a time for you to learn how to speak what's on your mind and to be able to articulate what you need to get out at the moment. So all these things are relating for you to be able to make your passion. So just say, for example, this is for Wendy Harmer. Just say, for example, that you and I are married and you want to go off and be a florist, and I think that's the dumbest idea you've ever had in your life. You need to park my ill-informed opinion and follow your heart, okay? I will get over myself, but you won't get over the fact that you'll be a little old lady one day and you'll have these regrets. Work out how to find a way to do that and take some time out for yourself to arrive at that decision, okay? You have got an abundant ability to help a lot of people and a lot of situations, okay? So however you choose to tap into that, it needs to be humanitarian style of work that you're doing. Okay, hello Bridget, hello Fiona, hello everybody. Rightio, and back to Day of Dead. We're just flipping between decks today. I think they want me to stay focused, which is really hard to do. Okay, Fiona Reddock. We're doing a little Fiona read at the moment. Now your deck split in half absolutely beautifully right down the middle. This is about you putting out the seeds that you want to grow later, okay? So if you're thinking about being a counsellor, doing something else with your life, now's the time for you to plant those seeds and make them happen, okay? Be creative. See how I play with my scarf? Scarf is a creativity, okay? it also covers your throat chakra. So find out what it is that you want to talk about. Start putting those seeds out there now. So if you're looking at a career change or something changing in your life, now's the time to be able to do that, because what you put out there this year, you'll actually reap back next year. Okay, so this is a 12-month plan for you. So if you're thinking about changing your job, doing some extra study, enhancing your skills in any way, whatsoever, now's the time for you to do that. Put those seeds into place so you can grow your plants next year, because things, once you make that decision, Fiona Reddick, this is for you. Once you make that decision, my love, everything else will fall into place. Okay, the universe will always conspire in your favor. It half the time it's just sitting there, and it feels like the universe is not sending us stuff, but we actually haven't made a definitive decision. When we say decision is made, that's it. So guys, when I say the decision is made, then you're able to move forward quite quickly. The universe will put things into place. It's when we sit there in procrastination that it feels like we're not getting anywhere, but the universe doesn't know what to send us. Okay, so that's what it's all about, being definitive in our responses and how we want to manifest and do things. All right, let's have a little look. Elizabeth Potu, we'll try. I think that's how you say your name. Let's have a little look. Elizabeth, whoops. Now that's funny, because I feel like I want to shuffle my deck with my left hand when I'm looking at Elizabeth, which is odd. Okay, so it's about creativity, tapping into creativity for you, being creative in your quest for things. What have you got here? You are moving. Okay. Now these are one card pulled, okay, so the whole story is not being shown at the moment unless they download it into my brain. So the Chariot has come through for Elizabeth Potu, which is say. And what that means is a movement forward. So you're moving either residence, or you're moving jobs, or you're moving career. Now when I say moving jobs as opposed to moving career, you could always be in the fire industry, for example, and you're moving to a new employer. Or you might always be in the fire industry and now you're moving off to be in disability services. Okay, so it's a career change or a job change, so staying within your industry. Whatever this movement is that's coming in for you, you are going to absolutely love it. Okay, you're going to be able to expand your creative awareness. You're going to be able to work more autonomously than you have been able to do before. I really feel whatever this is, it's going to give you I can feel my chest cracking open, okay? This is a good thing, it's not hurting, okay? For Elizabeth, when your chest opens, that means that your heart's pouring out. So this is a time for you to move in a direction that you've always wanted to go in, but for whatever reason, you've pulled yourself back, you've held yourself back. Now I'm getting chains holding my hands behind my back. So whatever that is, could even be something, it could be symbolic. That you might have just had a couple of kids and you're returning to the workforce, okay? So this is a reminder that you need to choose something that is creatively going to keep you engaged and that you're going to love and be challenged by. And breaking the chains, I'm not calling your kids chains, of course, but what I'm saying is that you can be quite restricted when you're a stay-home mum. People think that you've got the easiest of jobs, you cruise around and watch Dr. Phil. It's not like that at all. It's absolutely chaos. So breaking the chains. So if you're career orientated and you've just finished your maternity leave, you'll be biting at the bit to get back to work. That's what I'm saying, those sorts of scenarios. Okay, Kim Snip. You've had 2 visits this last week. Could I have a reading? Yes, you can, of course. 2 visits. 2 little ducks, quack, quack. I'm going to pull out. Hello to everybody that's already come along. Oh, okay. I'm going to pull out I want to have a look at that. I picked up my favourite deck. Okay, I've had this deck for bloody ever. And I've actually left 1 card on the table, and it's a disagreement card. Okay, so this is for Kim Snip. The disagreement card is being able to have to put your foot down to get people to listen to you. So guys, my throat's drying up. So And then when it's about understanding self-worth and being able to say, no, that's bullshit. I want to have this. This is what I'm deserving of, okay? The transformational shift for you, when you start putting your foot down and getting the things that you want, there's actually more money coming in for you. So it's because you're not asking for those sorts of things that you want in your life, Kim, that is why you're not receiving at the moment, okay? So, there is a love affair coming in for you as well, or a renewed love affair. So if you're already in a marriage and it's feeling a little bit stagnant, or in a relationship where you feel like the romance has gone a little bit, that's actually changing. And I think that's changing because you're able to put your boundaries in place and understand your worth better than what you had done in the previous, they're saying 6 years, okay? So I'm not really sure what's happened in the last 6 years, but you've taken a bit of a beating, and you're not really sure of, not really sure where you fit into the scheme of this. It's really funny. They're showing me a bookshelf and they're showing me all these encyclopedias, and it's like you're a single page in this encyclopedia. Now, you can't have a full set of encyclopedias unless all the pages are there, okay? So it's important that you find what your place is, but you're not really sure where you fit, okay? So what I will say to you right now, Kim, is new beginnings are coming for you, okay? Find your voice, put your boundaries in place, and ask for the things that you want and need, okay? Don't just let things fly. Okay. Good morning to everybody who has just popped up. Thank you very much for coming along. I'm not very well today, but it's a transformational metaphysical illness, okay? So I'm not contagious. I'm just being a baby. It'll get better. All right, Tina Walters, you're back to the life purpose cards have come. What I've got 3 decks on the table, and as I read people's names, whatever deck I look at first, it's a deck that I pick up and read from. But everything is a sign. It's actually funny, I've got spirit playing with my camera here as well. Okay, Tina Walters. Time for you to let go, okay? So release anything that's no longer serving you, release anything that's holding you back, release anything that you don't feel absolutely 100% passionate about, sorry. 100% passionate about, okay? If you're not completely in love with something in your life, get rid of it. Like that, people, possessions, material things, food, okay? If you have to eat an apple a day and you freaking hate them, don't eat them. Find something else to eat. Have a pear instead. That sort of stuff, okay? It really is a time for you to let go of anything that's holding you back. Let go of past, they're saying past traumas, okay? So I'm not really sure, but yep, okay. I just said, does she know what this is? And they said yes. So whatever it is that's the past trauma for you that you're releasing, now's the time to do that. You will do that before November, okay? So we're at the end of September now. So this is for Tina Walters. By the time November comes around, I'm not really sure what's happening in November for you, but there's some sort of pivotal thing, okay? That either, I don't know if it's environmental, okay? So just astrology-wise, everything lined up for you and something just snaps. In a good way, or whether there's an anniversary or birthday or some sort of significant date, but it's a November thing, okay? And that's when you start to really understand why you need to let go of things and why the things that no longer serve you don't have a place in your life unless you allow them in. So that is for Tina Walters. Excuse my sniffle. Good morning, everybody. Kelly Twist. Kelly Twist. Oh. Hello, everybody. Oops. Okay, we've got a jumper for Kelly. Justice card. Oh, I like the Justice card. Okay, so this is a transformational thing for you. Now, we've had the Justice card out before, but I also have got to remind you, if you haven't seen me before, that I do it intuitively. So I don't care what the book says. The book's already in the bin, but I do care how your frequency and your energy as an individual matches up with the card, okay? So for Kelly Twist, the Justice card has popped out, and this is all about fairness and protection to others, okay? So you have an ability to stand up for others, to support the underdog, to be an advocate for others. You can articulate yourself really well. They're showing me a red face, okay? Now, this is not an embarrassed face. This doesn't mean that you had to fight to be heard, okay? You've worked out how to make that communication work in your favor now, okay? So you are a brilliant voice for others that don't have a voice or feel that they don't have a voice. So whatever you choose to do in the transformational time, September is a beautiful transformational month for everybody as a collective, okay? Especially with that Pisces full moon, then you will propel yourself forward quite easily. So if you wanted to do advocacy work or anything to do with making sure that people that feel like they're not being heard are actually heard, perfect for you, because you've lived it. 100% you've lived it. And it's nice to see you here, fellow warrior. Okay, Kim Snip would like to know who gave me 2 visits last week. Kim, you already know, my love. You've already got a suspicion of who they were. They're just 2. They're saying that they're just 2 that you're aware of because you weren't getting it, okay? So when you see those little flashes out the corner of your eye, like in your peripheral vision, they actually are spirit things that are going on. You are clairsentient, so you will feel things, okay? When you're feeling things, the first name or the thing that popped into your head, this is someone from your past, okay? See how I'm scratching the past side? So this is someone from your past that has come through. There could be a grandparent, an uncle, an auntie, a close family friend, that side. I could also say that it is from the paternal side of the family, okay? So the father side of the family that's come through to visit you. It's a very nice feeling. They're not giving you any grief. They're not going to give you any harm. It's just that you sort of... it's only really been recently that you've been open to being able to receive information, okay? And they've been waiting to talk to you for a little while. So when you go to sleep tonight, something for you to consider, Kim, is to keep a diary on your side of your table and ask them to show you in your dreams where it's safe and you're okay to be able to get those messages through, and it'll start to make more sense for you. So you are clairsentient. So if you don't already know what that means, go and have a look. It means you're clear feeling, so you can feel things around you quite clearly. You may not necessarily be able to see them, but you can feel them. Wendy, I've got you. Tanya Dixon. I went to school with a Tanya Dixon. Good morning, Goat Lady. Thank you for coming. So Goat Lady is Michelle. And she has the absolute divine pleasure of having all these little baby goats around her on her farm. And I love goats. Love them. And she teases me. And she also tells me that all of her baby goats have got bells on them, so I can't steal them. She will hear them being stolen. She knows me very well. I would steal them. Bring them to my house and spoil them rotten. Okay, we're looking at Tanya Dixon. It's raining in Sydney. It's pouring. Absolutely pouring. Okay. Tanya, you want to move forward in such a manner that you are really passionate about. You're biting at the bit to do it. And you just are a little bit scared of making that big step, okay, actually doing that leap of faith, that I'm going for it, okay, and it's a kind of it's a fear factor, okay, so feel emotion and release is fear, feel emotion and release. Someone said to me once, let's forget everything and run. No, that's not it. It's very clever, but no. Feel the emotion that comes up with the fear. Sometimes, and I will go so far as to say, I'm saying 8 and Spirit's saying 9, so we're going to go 8.5 times out of 10, okay? I'll cut the deck with them. That fear is actually our ego trying to talk us out of it. It's our subconscious tape that downloaded all the subconscious lessons, our observations, everything has taken, our subconscious has taken like a picture of all of that shit and put it into a big file. And when we're faced with situations, we draw on that subconscious knowledge. So when we're wanting to move forward with a new relationship, we get all these insecurities about what if he's like this, what if she's like that, what if they do this, what if they do that. That's just subconscious saying, hang on, flag, 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 flag. Now, it's an ego thing, okay? It's a built-in mechanism to make sure we fight or flight. And what we do with that information, predominantly. So in Tanya Dixon's case, what we're going to do is we're going to take that leap of faith, okay, because all of your guides, your spirit team, your whole entire posse are standing right next to you right now, and they're saying, just go for it, we've got your back. So whatever that decision is that you want to move, I kind of feel like you want to move more into a spiritual sort of realm of things. Just go for it, my love. Go for it. You can cut your work back. If you work full-time at the moment, cut it back to part-time, or go and find a part-time job, okay? Find something that you can trust yourself not to do too many hours in or not be conned, okay, because you're a bit of a yes person. Me too, I was for a very long time. So you have to find something that you can just walk away from, okay, something that you're not going to think about or give too much thought to when you're away from it. So you've still got some money coming in, so you can still pay your mortgage and do all those sorts of things, but you're able to do your passion job as well. So whatever your heart desire is right now, Tanya Dixon, just go for it, my love. Okay, Paula King, I'm so sick lately. You are very sick, aren't you? It's one thing after another. You just think you're coming out the other side, my love, and then something else happens, okay? So this is about stress for you predominantly. I'm not even going to use the cards for this. I'll have a look. This is my lapis lazuli. So I like raw stones. And Paula, the illnesses that you're feeling are metaphysical illnesses, okay? So you're transforming and you're trying to fight it. There's some stuff around you that's quite toxic that you need to move away from, but you're already aware of that. When you start to do that, you will start to feel better, okay? I'm not saying that you're making yourself sick, but you're making yourself sick. Okay, what I mean by that is it's not in your head, it's actually legitimately happening to you, okay? These things are going on. You are having trouble shifting anything, and then when you do go through transformational change, it manifests in a physical manner like mine at the moment, okay? Because I was go 100 miles an hour, which is my normal speed anyway, and then I've got a few extra little layers and complex things that I'm working on in my life at the moment, and that's added to my metaphysical illness, which is transformational. So I need to take some time out to myself, stop stressing out, and start doing things more methodically, okay? So that's the same thing for you, Paula. So just take some time out for yourself. Anything that is blood related, if you have some blood concern, that's an all over body thing, okay? So that's all meridian points. So that's psychic traumas and traumas that have happened to you that you're ready to release, but you're having trouble for whatever reason. If you're getting mucus and stuff like that, or your poo shoot going over time or not at all, that's purge release, okay? So you're needing to purge the crap out of your system that you're having trouble purging. So I know that I've got some stresses coming up at the end of this week, and I'm quite nervous about those stresses. So this is me purging, okay? So I'm trying to get the boogers out. So this is what it's all about. It's the same thing for you, Paula. So there's also a vitamin D deficiency there as well. So make sure if you can't take vitamin D as a tablet form, drink it in a you know, like an aspirin tablet where it breaks down into your drink, and you can drink it that way. But vitamin D is something that you need to have a look at. Okay, Betsy, Day of the Dead for Betsy. Let's have a little look. I like that split there. Okay. Wow, lots of people are having problems communicating effectively at the moment. So you've got, in order for you to be victorious, okay, and not even try to, it's not about beating someone else or having the upper hand, okay, but in order for you to feel like your effort has been received, you need to be able to cut through the confusion between your heart, your throat, your voice, and your mind. Okay, so you've got to align all of those. What I'd like you to consider is taking a citrine crystal, okay, and keeping it on you. So citrine is like a funny yellowy sort of color, okay. I'm not really sure why I'm picking up that particular stone. I don't even know where citrine is used for. I kind of feel like it could be solar plexus because it's solar, yellow, that sort of thing, okay? So whatever it is, I want you to take a citrine crystal and keep it in your bra or keep it on you for a little while, okay? Just till you get some clarity around what's going on, to realign those meridian points. Tapping is another thing that I would like to draw your attention to. So this is for Betsy Christensen. EFT, which is Emotional Freedom Technique tapping. Brad Yates has got there's heaps of videos on YouTube anyway, but Brad Yates is like the master, okay? He just resonated with me better than anybody else did. He broke it down. He was very clever, and he got me through where I needed to use my emotional freedom technique. So Betsy, for you at the moment, it's about making sure that your heart, your mind, your throat, and your voice are all lined up in the one area. And moving forward, being able to articulate your emotions as well is another thing. Tina I grabbed, Wendy I grabbed. Wendy is a support worker. Beautiful. Thank you very, very much. It's the hardest job in the world. And if you don't know what a support worker is, you support people who have vulnerabilities. So it is a hard job. It is an emotional, highly emotive, tough job, and you have to have boundaries in place because you will fall in a heap at the end of every day. It's such a humbling job, but it's so emotive as well. So good on you. Well done. Thanks, Margaret. Have a lovely day. Lisa and John. Hello. Kylie Fafaro. That's a nice name. I like that one. Going back to life purpose. Kylie Fafaro. Ooh. Now, I split my deck like that for Kylie. How weird is that? That's not a very good split, is it? But that's what you're getting. Okay. Kylie's looking at some changes in her life at the moment, and the changes that she wants to make, she's a little bit nervous about. Aren't we all? Just that some of us don't admit to it. Some of us just pretend that they're not worried about them. Sorry guys, got to keep my throat lubricated, otherwise she closes over and I start to feel a dry cough. So, this is for you, Kylie Fafaro. This is about feeling safe and supported, okay? So everyone's got your back. I really feel that this is more about, oh, look at that, you've got work to do. See how I pull my hair back? You pull your hair back when you're getting ready to do some hard work. Or some labor-intensive work. Whatever career change that you want to bring into your life right now, do it, okay? Do it. Everybody's got your back. Everyone will support you through that process. I know it's a little bit nerve-wracking. I'm going to say nerve-wracking, okay? But you will actually be able to, once you get your head around whatever it is that you want to transform your career into, Kylie, that everything else will start to fall into place. It's like, oh, shit, why didn't I do this earlier? This is exactly why you didn't do it earlier, because you didn't feel safe and protected. So whatever's happened to you, they're saying the last 18 months, so whatever's happened to you in the last 18 months has sort of set you up to where you are right now to be able to make this decision. I really feel it's a career change, so whether it's more study coming in, or you want to branch out to a little different way, or you've been with the same company forever and a day and now the time to change. I'm not really sure how that's going to manifest for you, because it's one card pull, so we don't have the whole story. But my job is to give you enough information so you go, yep, that's what I'm thinking, that's what I'm feeling, and then you can move forward with the decisions that you want to make. Okay, so that was for Kylie Fafaro. Clara Huddy. Oh, happy birthday, Clara. Very nice, happy birthday. So you're just on the Virgo, so by the very nature of harmonics you will be Virgo leading into Libra. Okay, so harmonics is the melody of the horoscopes, or the melody of the zodiac signs. Okay, so you'll have some really strong Virgo placement, but then you'll have some really gentle Libra placements as well. So you'll have a zest for justice and not being treated unfairly. You can have a very black and white attitude to things as well. I'm Virgo dominant and I love my black and white attitude to things, especially my muggles job. Right, let's have a look. Clara. Okay, so you're about to launch into your life purpose. Okay, so you've been thinking about this for a little while, not really sure where to start. It's about to open up at a fast rate of knots, okay? So when you start doing that, now your life purpose is something to do with animals. I'm not really sure what the go is with that, but there's a little bit of animal coming into it. I can smell all sorts of animals, which is funny because my nose is blocked. But I can smell lots of different animals. So whatever it is that you're thinking about, what you want to do, whether you grew up on a farm or you live on a farm now, there's something going on with all these animals around you. So you've got a really clever little knack for healing in the animal world, animal kingdom. Animals like you like animals, which is excellent. So I'm not sure what that has to do with your life purpose, but you've got to your little shift that's coming up. So this is your birthday now. So you're born on the 17th, which is an 8. Okay, so 8s are all about power and abundance. Now that sounds like you're a power or control freak. That's not necessarily the case at all, okay? It's about new beginnings, about understanding spirituality, where you are in your spiritual journey as well. Being a 9, so you want to bring things to an end pretty quickly. So your personal day will be an 8, okay? So if you're into numerology, I would, yeah, okay. So you already know about 8s. And then you add up all your birth date, okay, and work out what it is that you want to do. That will show you a little bit more of the year ahead for you, okay? So when you have your year ahead, that's when you start to really put things under a microscopic spotlight, okay? So the microscopic spotlight will be you shining a big light on what you want to do and how you want to get there, okay? It's a good year for you right now. Been a bit shaky ground before, apparently. Lisa and John, good morning, everybody. Thank you for joining us. Okay, Lisa and John. I want to go back to my Day of the Dead because I'm feeling dead. I'm so dramatic because I have a man brain, see? So I'm allowed to have man flu. You know what? I'll let you in a little secret about man flu. Men actually do feel the flu worse than women do. Scientifically, they've proven it. Not men proved it. Scientists have proved it. That they actually have something different in their makeup that actually causes them to feel the flu in a very different manner. So even though we tease them and call them babies and we have to sock them when they're sick, they actually do get all those symptoms worse than us. Isn't that amazing? So I think I've got man flu. Not because I'm being a baby. Because I actually legitimately feel like I'm going to crash any minute. Okay, Lisa and John. Now this is interesting. You've got the Twin Flame card. It's a really lovely card to have. It's an opportunity for you guys to earn some income together as well. So whatever it is that you want to do, however, that additional stream of income coming in, if you do that together, you'll actually be able to really really go places with that. So I don't know what that means for you, okay, but it's something that you're putting things under the microscope. I've just pulled the next 2 cards that I need just to get a bit of a clearer understanding of what you guys need to do, and it's about learning about emotional freedom, okay, and then the Chariot, okay, which is movement. So sort of thinking about all those, it creates a little bit of a story. So you guys might want to spend more time together, or you're feeling that you're not spending enough time together, or you want to create something that you can grow and build together. This is what's happening for you guys right now. So that's for Lisa and John. Good morning, everybody. I know, Melissa. It's so cool, isn't it, when that happens? So Melissa's saying she loved it when a message for someone turns out being for other people too. And you know what? Quite often when I'm reading for others, I go, okay, I see what you did there. Thanks for that. Yeah, got it. That's really, you get, as a reader, you get a lot of healing and a lot of aha moments when you read for others as well. All right, Sarah Wright. Oh, we're staying with the Day of the Dead. We didn't move. Sarah Wright. This is about making sure you've got all your ducks in a row, to quote one of my good friends. This is about weighing up the pros and the cons on what you want to do next and how you're going to get there. And if you take from this side, will you have enough over this side, or how that looks. It's a bit of a balancing act for you at the moment, and how you're going to move forward with that balancing act. So this is for Sarah Wright. Make sure that you're aware of all of the... Make sure you get all the information before you make any decisions, okay? Now, this is not a warning for you. It's just that in your own peace of mind, because you don't want to be... They're saying ration your decision making, okay? So where some people procrastinate, you have got this element of excitement, and when you get this element of excitement, I'm worried that you might miss something that is part of a binding contract or an agreement, okay? So whatever that means for you, Sarah, I want you to take a little bit of time to just think about the pros and the cons, okay, when you're making that decision. So be very clever about it. Get someone else to look over it. They're saying third party, so get someone else to have a look over it and highlight anything that needs you to have a really good look at, okay? Cool. Maz, good morning, everybody that's just joined us. Thank you for coming along to the Warrior Chronicles. I'm teaching a workshop tonight on vision boards and manifesting. So if you haven't already joined for that class, jump on the website or send Sarah a message from the spiritual event directory and we can book you in. We're still taking bookings for the class right up until probably 6 o'clock. Because we need time to be able to get those emailed out. You do keep a copy of the workshop as well, so you get that to have forever. It is a video recording workshop as well, so you get lots out of it, and each time you come back to it, more stuff will come in and you'll pay attention to more things. So they're pretty good workshops. Okay, this is for Mads. Now Mads is all about testing the waters at the moment, working out what you want to do, putting a little feeler out there and pulling it back. Putting another little feeler out there and putting it back, seeing what you want to do, balancing it out. Okay, let's have another little look here. Okay, so this is about you doing your research. Okay, so this is for Maz Coffee. So this is when you're doing your decision-making process and what you want to do. You want to test the waters and you want to study and research what it is that you want to do next and how you're going to bring that into your life. Okay, do your research, check your books out, whatever. You know, if I say to you, I think you should learn about world domination, don't just go, wow, that sounds amazing. I didn't even know where I got that from. But don't just say, wow, that sounds amazing, and then run off and start doing that. I want you to research it. Make sure that when you start talking about world domination, that's a really poor example. I'm not very well. I think I need to have some more cough mixture. Then world domination, I want you to see how your throat feels, how your stomach feels, whether your eyes get tired. Okay, sometimes our eyes get tired, and that's because we're not seeing things clearly, so we need to like blink our eyes and clear our eyes so we can get that clearer picture. Or if our throat closes over, it means that we might not be able to get what we need out of this venture. If our stomach starts going, that's an emotional thing, so it could be taxing on our emotions or emotional freedom that we have down the track. So when you are having a look at anything, Maz, make sure that when you test the waters, you put little feelers out there, test it, and then bring it back and reassess the situation. You do that till you feel comfortable in making your decision. Ginia, I've seen some of your faces before. Thank you very much. Ginia, I like this one for Ginia. Oh, you've got some surprises coming up in your life, Ginia. Some really nice surprises. If only you had a crystal ball. Okay, this is about seeing things clearly. Mental clarity, setting your heart on fire. Lots of things going on here for you. Getting the right picture. I think you're coming up, Ginia Carbone, I think you're coming up to an aha moment in your life, that epiphany moment where you go, ah, I see what you did there. Okay, this is what I'm doing. This is how I'm going to move forward. So it's the Magician card has come up. Okay, so surprises are coming out. Not everything is out on the table yet. The energy that I get with this is a positive energy. It's not a negative one. So you're not going to get a horrible surprise like a police officer telling you you're speeding or anything crazy like that. Unless, of course, you're being stupid and you are speeding. But the surprises that are coming in for you are a chance to try a different way, a new beginning. Okay, so grab that with both hands. Don't so much go on what you used to do or how it felt like before. Okay, your subconscious will throw a little thing out at you and you go, oh shit, I'm not sure if I should do this. Sit back, have a good look. It'll come out of nowhere. Okay, and the fact that this surprise has come out of nowhere says to me that it's an opportunity for you to really have a good look at and see how that looks for you, see how it fits into your life, and then perhaps grab it with both hands because it's a pretty good opportunity. Angela Neal. Swap back to life purpose for Angela. Okay, Angela. Angela, this is about you taking some time out, having a hibernation sabbatical, okay? So when I say hibernation sabbatical, it's about taking time out for yourself to learn what you want to do and how things feel for you, how things fit into your life. Do you still want these things in your life? Transformational change coming up for you is about learning how to study yourself, study your reactions to things, study the consequences, study what you're doing if you're using your subconscious in a robotic manner, and you're just going through the motions, or whether you're actually understanding that you're the director of your life and this is not a dress rehearsal. Okay, so take some time out for yourself. Hibernation sabbatical is when you just work with yourself to work out who you are, what you want to do, where you want to be, what's working for you, what's not working for you. Common thread this morning in this group here is everybody's looking for something a little bit different. They want to shift something in their lives that they're not happy with, but they're not really sure where to start. And a lot of the things that are holding them back is that fear of the unknown, or ridicule from family members or loved ones perhaps, and they're always the worst when they ridicule us for realizing our passions, because sometimes they just don't understand it, but it's not their journey to understand, it's your journey. So as long as you understand your big goal, your end game, the big picture, what you want to achieve, then it's the hoots with everybody else, really, honestly. So this one here was for Angela Neal, and I've got you. Good morning, Lucia. That's my motorcycle's name. Okay, Donna Devin. How are we going for time, guys? Check my timer. I've got a timer this time. I'm still on my phone. Oh, got a few more minutes. Rightio. Donna Devin. This is about you taking the time to stop and smell the roses, not being so busy. Okay, relaxing, taking a little bit of a chillax moment for yourself. Taking time to smell the flowers, to enjoy the garden, get out and build a garden, make a garden, go and enjoy someone else's garden, do something with gardens, okay? Flowers are a very important thing for you as well. It's the smell, it keeps you grounded, it brings you here in the moment. It's the best way to ground is to go and smell a flower, because you can't do anything else, you're smelling it, you're right there in that moment at that time. And there's actually also a little opportunity for you here to think about aromatherapy or something, homeopathy, those sorts of natural, organic healing modalities that you're able to blend your own, so essential oils, those sorts of things. There's an opportunity for you to work along the lines of using flowers and herbs to be able to heal others and yourself as well. So if it's not something that you considered before, maybe have a little look at, see how it fits in with your life and who you are right now, because you've been through lots of transformations. You're a bit of a chameleon. They're showing me a chameleon. So you've had to adapt quite well. You're used to adapting, okay, and you're quite comfortable adapting, but now's the time for you to use all that knowledge that you've got with others as well. Daphne. So we're going to do Daphne Tierney. I like this card. Daphne's got a healer up here. Spiritual gift of healing. Okay, transformational change. So you've still got the shackles. They're showing me shackles on you. So you're still letting go of a few extra things. When you start to let go of those and start working through that, shifting that energy, that's when things really start to get very, very interesting for you in a positive way. So Daphne, just trust the process, okay, is what they're saying. Don't fight it, don't question it, even if it feels really crazy, just go for it, because it's how you're going to be able to transform yourself into the best version of yourself, the person that you know you can be, is through that healing process. And when you go through that healing process yourself, there is no better healer on earth than somebody who's actually lived it. So there's something for you to consider as to breaking through those shackles, do a lot of self-work, okay, and then boost your self-worth up. I really love Daphne's energy, because it's just one of these nice holding pattern energies, okay? So it's not too chaotic. It's a growth, it's a mature frequency that I'm getting through for her. So she's had to learn some things the hard way, and that makes her resilient and strong and tough, and all those things that we look for in a mentor when we're having those hard times in our own lives. So I really hope that you do something with that, Daphne. And we've got Nettie. Day of the Dead. My poor little favourite cards My old faithfuls. Only been used once this morning. They're having a little break. They're so thin. Okay. Alright. This is for Nettie. That cough was not for you. Put the fire out. Okay. There are some things that you're going to have to let go of pretty soon, Nettie, and when they let go of them, there's a little bit of emotional grief, okay, that you're going to feel as a result of that. Now, this could be anything, okay, so it could be a house, it could be a job, it could be a relationship, it could be anything. I'm only doing one card pulls, okay, so it's up to you to join the dots and how this works in your life. And the reason why I've said that, because I don't want Nettie to freak out. But there is some emotional letting go of things that's going to cause some emotional grief or emotional pain, okay? And it's going to take like a stab to the heart when this happens. So it could be learning about something different. It could be getting some news that you weren't expecting or you didn't even think would ever come. Those sorts of things, okay? It is recoverable. It's not, you know, it's that bad that you're not going to be able to get through it. But I just yawned. So that means that when this happens, you need to take some time off, some time out for yourself and work through whatever it is, okay? Don't just do your usual shit and swallow it and just keep going. You've got to acknowledge it, take some time out for yourself and do the healing process properly, okay? So it's just a little shift, but it's something that there's an emotional attachment to it, okay? So I just want to let you know that that's what's coming up, a little bit of a change in how it's just an emotional shift, okay? And you've got to let go of something that you're actually able to survive beautifully, even more than you think you can on the other side. But it's that initial grief, okay? It's the initial grief of it. Okay, Lucia, I am in Sydney. I am over in the western suburbs. I can do lots of readings face to face. I generally can come to your home or I can go to meet you at a coffee shop. I do not read in my home at all. I have a very good reason for that. I have 2 big German Shepherds and they will not allow anyone in the house, and I do that deliberately because when you're a medium and you deliver information to people, sometimes other people get quite upset with you. So I had an incident a number of years ago now where a girl's partner was cheating on her. I came up in the cards, there was no getting out of it. I said, I think that you need to have a good look at your relationship. Perhaps some of the dots are not joining up. She said, I think he's cheating on me. The very next card was the 3 of Hearts, the deception card. And you know, she knew what that card was, so there was no getting out of it. Unfortunately, that young lass went back and told her partner, who came promptly over to my house and carried on like a pork chop, which was very uncomfortable for everybody. So I took a stance at that point to never read from my personal home again. So but happy to meet you all over the countryside. There's no issue with that, but I just will not bring anyone to my home for that reason. You can find me on insightsbyjohnita.com, or I have my own Facebook channel, Insight by Johnita as well, and I have all my information on there on how to get in touch with me. And Layla, let's have a look for Layla. Thanks, Layla. Yeah, my spirit team are pretty bloody clever, aren't they? It's an honor working with them. It's really cool. Although I'm about to call in the healing team because I'm a bit sick of my stuffy face. Okay, oh, Layla, you're going to cut away the shit that no longer serves you. Justice will be served. Whatever has been going on in your life where you feel that you've been unfairly dealt with, that is about to change at a fast rate of knots. You are totally got the upper hand in this situation. Completely got the upper hand, and you're just cutting away things that no longer serve you, and you are completely okay with that. Okay, you've got to the point where you just think, I'm over it. You've had enough time in your headspace to think about it. You want to bring in some new stuff. You realize that you need to get rid of the old stuff before you've got room for the new stuff, and you're really comfortable with that. So it's about chopping away anything that no longer serves you. So this is for Layla. Perla. Pearler Aura. They've chosen a very lovely name. Pearler. Ooh. Okay. This is about Pearler Aura. This is for you, my love. This is about you making decisions that serve you and not anybody else. Okay. Emotional deception. Now I know we were just talking about that style of thing, but this is different. In this case, it is you putting the needs and the happiness and the health and everybody else's requirements before you put your own in, before you consider your own. Okay, that shit needs to stop, girlfriend, because you will surround yourself with a bunch of people that don't appreciate the beautiful person that you are. Okay, and then you start to deceive yourself because your emotional needs are not being met, so you don't know what your emotional needs are. You become effectively someone who just everyone called on to fix their issues, but they're not prepared to help you fix yours, or not prepared to stand behind you and support you when the storms come. So this is all about you being able to decipher what you want in your life and how that looks for you, okay, as an individual. Everybody's different, so I can't say, you know, you have to have a Mercedes-Benz if you want to be happy, or you need to have 2.5 kids if you want to live a life of abundance, okay. There's no recipe for those ingredients. The ingredients are always going to be different, okay. Happiness is an umbrella term. How we make up that happiness and what we do to obtain that happiness is different for everybody. So in this case, I want you to think about your emotional needs and how your emotional needs are being met. And if they're not being met, then you need to think about how you can make those be met and what you need to do and the steps that you need to put into place so that they are met, okay? Because you're too beautiful of a person to not be... they're putting me... they're actually sticking you up on a pedestal, okay? So it feels like that you need to be elevated in how you look at yourself and how others look at you. So this was for Pearler Aura. Ah, Bubs is here. Thanks, Bubs. Yeah, just the rain's good. The rain is good. It'll wash away all the crap. Lucia, lovely. I would love to have you, my darling. Paula King is having a problem with her chest. Okay. Trees, Teresa. Let's finish. So you want to know about moving in the future? Oh, okay. Now, trees, I'm actually getting a boat, okay? So when I get boat, that doesn't mean you're going to be an illegal immigrant somewhere, okay? It actually means that you're going over ocean. So your move will be over ocean. Now, you live in New Zealand, my love, by your own admission. So that wasn't me being psychic, that was me reading. So over ocean could be you could go from the North Island to the South Island or vice versa, okay? Or you could come across to Australia, or you could go somewhere else. Doesn't mean that you're actually going to jump in a boat and do it by a boat, okay? It just means that you're crossing an ocean, crossing a waterway. So that's the first thing that popped in for you. So that is happening, okay? Can you hear that rain in the background? It's really quite heavy, isn't it? Okay. You need to change your perception on how you're looking at this move. So if you're freaking out about it, or you're feeling super pumped about it, or you want to go to the North Island because you live on the South Island, then all of a sudden you finish up coming over here to Australia, change your perception on all the information that starts coming through to you, okay? Because you're being urged by the universe, okay? So you're being bumped by the universe to do what is best for you. So follow that flow. Don't go against it. Think about how, and get out of your headspace, okay? Get out of your own way. Change your perception on how you're looking at this move. I don't know what that means for you, but they're saying that she does. They're nodding every time I say, is she going to be okay with this? And they're like, yeah. So they're right. I'm not. I just interpret what they tell me. So whatever they say is right. They meanings everybody here that's running around. I actually read from a different location today, and I didn't think that all of my residents from home would come with me, but they're all here, so it's pretty cool. So that's what it means for you. Change your perception on how you're looking at this move. Bye, Lucia. Hope to hear from you. Trees, you're making yourself sick, my darling. You're stressing out about all that. I know, I have the same problem. Teresa just said that she can't see my face properly because the comments are in the way. I know, because I have to do it on my phone because Facebook hates me when I'm doing it on my computer. So okay, so we've got everybody so far. Steve Berry got a bit of a pick the kids up after school and cook tea. I can see it now. That's funny. I love it when people bring a sense of humour to the table. Yeah, I don't have kids, and yeah, I don't cook tea. I do all my cooking on a Sunday. But thank you for your insight, Steve. That was lovely. Okay, and we are out of time. So Lorraine Townsend, I missed out on you, but you were the next on my list. So if you'd like to join me next week on the Warrior Chronicles and the Spiritual Events Directory at 9:30 Australian Eastern Standard Time, I would be more than happy. Private bookings are available for you. I am booked out completely for this week. I have one booking only at 6:30 p.m. on Wednesday night of this week, and then next week from Tuesday from 3 p.m. and Tuesday 3 p.m. I'm free, and then I'm booked out for the rest of that week until Saturday. So it's been chaos, guys. So if you want to get a reading, you need to hurry up or wait a week. So I'm sorry about that, but that's just what's happening in my world at the moment. It's really hard to get an appointment. So I need to go for now because it's 10:30 and my hour on the Spiritual Events Directory is up. Thank you very, very much for coming along. If I didn't get you this week, please do come along next week for the Warrior Chronicles, or catch me on my own Facebook page, Insight by Johnita, and I will be able to, I do some free readings there. I'm not very well at the moment, if you haven't already gathered that, so I don't know if I'll have enough time to do any other live readings this week. I will give it a go, see how I feel, but I do need to let my purge happen, otherwise it just drags on forever and it's not comfortable for anybody, especially my poor husband. So have a lovely day, and thank you all for coming very much. Bye for now.